I have realised something uncomfortable about myself. I am not overwhelmed because I'm too busy. I'm overwhelmed because I'm doing this wrong. At the start of this month, I realised that I'm not unproductive. I'm just trying to do everything all at once. I don't know if it's finally happening, but I feel I've finally come to the realisation that I am trying. And that word is used very intentionally. I'm trying to do too much, and all that it's creating is me feeling overwhelmed, ouch, and unsuccessful. Because in trying to do too much, I'm then not getting to the end of anything. And I feel a lot of pressure on myself that I'm putting there. Sometimes I feel like there are so many things that I want to do that I just try and do them all. And then as a result, I don't get a lot further. And then I feel like I'm not doing anything and I'm not achieving anything. And then the cycle continues. Can you relate? And if so, keep watching because this series is for you. So for the next 6 weeks, I am changing this, and it's gonna continue on. But for the next 6 weeks of this series, we're gonna change it together. And if I'm honest, I'm not pretending that I have it all figured out. Evidently not, because this is why we have this problem. But there are some things that I've learned in my years of living, so I can share them. But really, we're going to learn together, and we're going to hold each other accountable, and we're going to rebuild our routines in real time. So make sure you're subscribed, because there's going to be a new episode every week. And to tell you the truth, how I was going to start this video, we're already changing. We're already changing, okay? Because we were going to write down some promises together. And here's the thing. I was going to do some promises. It's probably like a list of 5 to 10 things. Should we just focus on one thing? Just one thing. You can decide your own thing. Here's mine. And it might work for you. I promise to do the things I say I'm going to do. That's it. Simple as. Sometimes it feels like it's not, doesn't it? We are starting this video off. This is classic me. Okay, well, we're not starting off. We're gonna get cloth. Great. It's Thursday, and so far, I would say I'm having a bit of a productive week. I'm doing the thing. I'm saying that I'm gonna do something, and then I'm, actually doing it. It's because of me deciding that that's what we're doing, but also I've brought forward some systems. Sometimes, if you're creative like me, and we've already said we've got all these ideas, but then ideas are just ideas until you do them, until you move forward with them, and otherwise it's just, I feel like someone might understand that. Anyway, today, I'm just gonna finish off all the things that I've written down to do this week that we haven't done yet. That is the target of Thursday. I'm not gonna lie to you all, this isn't actually off to the best start. And that's okay, because we're being honest. And this is why, let me tell you, it's always best to choose what you're going to do the day before, because otherwise, like I just spent an hour deciding what I'm going to do today and checking in with everything when, I've got started. Do you know what I mean? Time for another tea. Just before we lock in, we're going to talk about, is it the number one thing that shifted things for me? Maybe. This, I can't believe I haven't done this sooner. And this is coming from someone who I like to have 100 to-do lists. I'm always going to have my to-do list for the day in my written down diary. I've tried to create many a Notion template before, and I always find that just simple is best. Simple is best. A problem I have definitely had is prioritization. I love to do just what I fancy, and then I run out of time, and then the thing that's due tomorrow, I'm like, you know, and this new system I've made, very simple, but... So here I have brain dumped all of my to-do list. I will say I am someone that prefers to get every single thing that I'm thinking of out, and it can seem never ending. I know that probably doesn't work for some people. For me, if I haven't written it down, I'm gonna forget, and if it's in here, I might not get to it right now, but I won't forget because I've written it down, and if I don't write it, you see what I mean? But what we have got right here, also living in France things, is a priorities tab. So we've got a 3 priority, a 2 priority, and a 1 priority. And we've also got approximately how long we think the task is going to take, and also, you know, area of work. And I will say I have added some things to this morning, but yesterday I had like 6 high priority things left. I was thinking I need to have a reorganize, shift some things up. For the rest of this week and the next week, it's like my last 2 weeks of calm for a while. Really for 2 months. My calendar for May and June is crazy. So I thought this is really a time for me to focus and get as much of this stuff completed. So then when I'm busy doing all these other things, there's been some things put in place first, you know? This whole system has really kind of been focused on, it started off being 11 days, but I definitely am gonna utilize this in another way, and you'll have to wait and see how I do that because I don't know yet. But do you know where my priorities land for today? It's sitting outside in the sun. Now, the thing about sitting outside when you've got work to do is the laptop glare. We know that. But I think I have a solution. And I really need to turn my back because yesterday I did sit outside in the sun. I love to turn my belly because that's what I can see, and that's obviously the bit that turns the fastest. But then I look at the side and I think, oh. Okay, I've got my bikini on. We've got some sun cream on. I'm gonna go sit outside. I think I'm gonna start with editing because that will like switch my focus brain on, and it's obviously not on right now. This is the box I'm gonna use. This is where we normally put our recycling. This is the setup. When we next check in, I'm gonna finish editing this video. That's the goal. Work update. I finished rough cutting my video, which I'm not gonna lie, I was struggling with picking up my phone, because the thing is at the minute, because the Wi-Fi here, I have to hotspot my phone, so therefore my phone needs to be near my laptop. I could have done with just putting it in a different room, but I need Wi-Fi. And then for that, right now I need my phone. So I feel I need to do some quicker tasks just to like knock a load out, just because like I finished rough cutting that. I now need to edit it properly, and I need to finish filming a bit, so it's like, that's gonna take a bit of time before I get the hit of ticking, you know, so I need to just have a change whilst I eat my toast. Quite a few hours have passed since we last spoke, but I've just been so into what I'm doing. This is what happens. When I'm in, I'm like locked in, and all of a sudden it's 8 p.m. I thought I was gonna say 6 p.m. 8 p.m. I have had some dinner. It was only tomato pasta, nothing special. End of my Easter egg for dessert. Am I gonna finish this today? Kinda wanted to go to the gym. Is that gonna happen? I would like it to. I've pulled myself away from my laptop and I'm heading to the gym. I have 57 minutes until it closes. I watched some Olivia May to get me inspired, and off we go. I thought I would film that because even though this isn't a movement blog, great. Lights, please. I thought I would film that because even though this isn't specifically a movement vlog, it's very key to life. It's very important. You know that, I know that, but if I want to be organised, I need to move. And if I want to go to sleep and decompress my brain from going, I needed that. So we're going to go home, have a shower, and then maybe read something to decompress. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. I'm not going to lie, I don't really want to go on my outdoor walk today, but we're going. Very thirsty. I was going to make my electrolytes and carry a glass, but I could just use my Stanley. I feel like that's better. And just have water. My go-to podcast in a minute whilst I'm walking in the morning is Aspire by Emma Green, and I am honestly just obsessed with everything that she has to say at the minute. And I was just listening, I think this was actually a video, an interview that she'd done, and she was saying that everyone wants to know about her routine, and she's not going to tell you about what she does because it doesn't matter, but she's going to tell you about what she doesn't do. And you know what I don't do? Give in to this voice that's like, oh, I just can't really be bothered, I don't want to do that. Like this morning, I didn't want to get up and go outside, and now I feel so much better. That's what I don't do. I swear that sometimes the reason things take so long is because I know what I want to do, but why is it not doing it? And why did it do it before and it's not doing it now? You hear that were. AI chat box in Canva. Did you know that there was one there? I didn't. Save. Copy. Moment of truth. Paste. Please be what I want. Okay, the layout is what I want. Next question, do all the links work? Can't see. Why is it moving? I don't want it to just move. Figured it out, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, what did we? Oh yeah, it works, it's fine. Sometimes technology is testing. We're nearly there, we've nearly figured it out. And I'm not gonna lie, the perfectionist within me we could keep going, but what do I have to do about that then? Okay, I think I know what I need to do. This is taking me too long. But this has been intense. It's been intense. Have I changed? But I've figured out the issue. Did I create a custom link? I thought I did. If this says custom link's already taken, okay, but where did I make that custom link? This is. Do you know what this is? This is a sign that I need to stop. But I need to finish this because if I leave this unopened tab in my brain, my laptop has really had enough. She's done it. She's done it. That only took. But where's the? We've done it. Time check, it's 1:24 p.m. on Friday. And I feel like there's still so much I haven't done, and I don't have the time to do it today. And also, if you can't tell from what's just happened, I need a break. I need my brain to reset. I need to go sit in the sun and just, for a minute. We're gonna try something in real time, because the thing is this feels overwhelming because I feel like I need to do it all, but it's because I want to do it all. It doesn't all need to be done today. I'm gonna try and highlight what needs to be done today. And I'm gonna attempt not to overdo myself. I literally feel like my body is like this. I've got three areas. What I've just been working on, YouTube, and then client work. Let's now prioritize. Isn't it interesting how what I want to do is the opposite way to the prioritization? Let's go have a break. I'm gonna have a break. What I will say though is I'm having a bit of a I'm not doing anything moment, when this week has been my most productive week in a long time. And when I use the word productive, sometimes I feel like productivity is one of these words that gets overused and then it loses the meaning. And it's like, oh, we're just living to be productive. I'm not just living to be productive. What I mean when I say productive is I've been doing the things that I say I'm going to do, and I can feel myself getting closer to where I want to be. I always talk about momentum when it comes to getting things done. Yesterday we saw, when I was sat outside, it was so difficult for me to get into something, but when I'm in it, the momentum rolls. It's like starting a car. Putting a car in first gear, that's the hardest part. Being in fifth, sixth gear, we're just cruising, you know? And I will also say the same applies when you're working towards things. When you start getting things come back to you, when the world is saying yes, the momentum of that and the boost of that is not always here. And we're going to talk about this in a later episode, because let me tell you, I know about the no's. But this is why it's so important to ride on the momentum of the yeses. And this week I've had quite a few yeses and I've gone, okay, I can do this. So now I've got the fire behind me. And with that being said, I'm gonna go sit in the sun and just have a moment. We're taking a late afternoon / evening work break. The wind, as always. Kate and I are going on a zone 2 run, because all I'm seeing at the minute, maybe because I'm watching the videos, is people doing 25 5Ks in zone 2. Now I'm running at about an 8 minute per kilometre pace. So, you know, we've got a way to go, but I'm inspired. We're back from our zone 2 5K. I don't know how long it was. It doesn't really matter. That's not what it was for. It was very enjoyable. Is this what running at zone 2 feels like? Just joyous, you know. But anyway, that was a good, decompress. I know we've been together for just 2 days, but this week I have been powering through at 100 miles an hour. I don't know, I think, as I said a little bit earlier today, just riding on this momentum is just, I feel excited about what I'm doing. I think this is the difference. And I have been a little bit, we'll just say not excited, just a bit of sluggish when it comes to be real for a sec. When it comes with doing things that future me in a year, 5, 10 years is going to be like, I'm so happy that we did this now. Finding that mix of doing something that you're really enjoying in the present, but also you're building for where you want to go. And let me tell you, when there's so many places I want to go. There's so many parts of me that I want to fully express to the full extent of what they possibly could be. And I feel for the last couple of years, I've tipped on the edge of something. and I've just not been quite there, and I've really been in this like frustrated cycle, and then I've tried things that hasn't really worked, and then I've worked really hard on other things and then that hasn't really worked, and then I've stopped doing that, and I just feel like I feel like I'm finally getting it. Does that make sense? And I want to take you on the journey with me. So this has been episode 1 of Overwhelmed to Organised, which is really just a nice little slogan to name the series, you know. Next episode, we are going to be speaking about, I'm going to call it the number one thing that has shifted things for me recently. So if you're interested in that, then make sure you are subscribed. If you are a subscriber of mine, I would love to hear from you, and I would love to know why you've subscribed. What do you get from my videos? What are you here for? Is it entertainment? Is it you enjoy seeing the French countryside vicariously? I don't know. As you can tell, I don't know the answer. So I would love for you to tell me. So if you could leave a comment, send me a message, that would be great. This right here is killing me. I need to take my makeup off. I'm using my fave, as always. Never a makeup remover day without using this. I'm gonna have a shower, have some dinner. I'm really craving playing Stardew Valley. I have not played that in a really long time. So I think I might do that this evening. But until next time, I hope you have an incredible day wherever you are in the world. And remember, you're amazing. Don't forget it.